afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. Before we get into this, I just wanted to let you all know I have a live stream channel called The Done Creative Live where I go live doing readings over there 3 days a week. Link for that channel is in the description. But for this pick a card reading, we're going to be figuring out what message your higher self has for you. And if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1 with the owl, pile number 2 with the mushrooms, and pile number 3 with the gnome. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you in your life and leave the rest behind. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, or those of you who selected this cute little owl guy, this is going to be your reading. This is going to be the reading from your higher self, I should say. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the tarot and then get some additional guidance from those oracle cards. So wow, we've got the 10 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. So this is telling me quite a bit already. You guys have really been going through some struggles, really feeling overwhelmed, bogged down, like nothing's moving forward or like there's just too much going on and it's very chaotic. But with this Queen of Cups, this is telling me for some of you, this could even be emotions coming up from the surface. Here we have all these snakes that are just encircling her, like she's kind of, it's hard for her to see. They're restricting her hands. They're wrapped around her midsection, coming out her back. I mean, they're everywhere. It's like when we are in these emotional throes of possible grief or just feeling emotionally overwhelmed with life or really emotional about something that's going on, it feels like it's just all encompassing. It's very restrictive with our bodies even. Like when we get in this kind of mode, a lot of times we constrict in on ourselves, our muscles get tight, we hunch in to like protect ourselves. And many of you guys have been going through some emotional stuff. Maybe even it's not something from your current life, but stuff from your past coming up. But you guys have really done the work. You've done a lot of healing. Even if you're just like, I don't know that I've healed anything. All I've been doing is feeling all these crazy weird emotions and I don't know what's going on. Let me tell you, just you feeling those emotions, not attaching to them and even trying to hook into them and dissect them and try to figure out what they're trying to say, but just allowing you to feel them, allowing yourself to feel them as they come up. And then just envision them releasing. Like you can do a breath exercise where you're envisioning, you know, the air coming in is purified energy coming in and the air going out is like black smoke, or you know, any other kind of analogy that you want to picture as this emotion, this energy that's really bogging you down. This is leaving your life right now. That's what your higher self wants you to know, because look, you have the 3 of Cups. There is something to celebrate coming up for you very soon. Something you're very excited about. Some of you, this bogging down may have been coming up on some finals for school or taking some sort of certification or applying for a job, and you're just really overwhelmed with, when is this going to happen for me? When am I going to have something to celebrate? Well, your higher self is letting you know that's going to be very soon. And it's not just going to be you celebrating. There are going to be other people in your life who are very excited for you, really supportive of you, ready to help. And I think for many of you, this also can include your spirit team, your guides, angels, crossed over loved ones who are cheering you on this whole time. So let's go ahead and get some additional guidance from your oracle cards. Wow, so we're gonna just start right here in the middle with this 10. You guys are at the end of one cycle. Remember that 10 of Wands as well. At the end of one cycle, ready to go into another. And with this deep diver card here, it says diving into a task. So many of you are just kind of almost taking on that role of also the 9 of Wands, where you're like, okay, let's just get down to business. Let's just get through this. Let's do it. Let's just face these demons. Let's just do the work, let's do the thing, let's get it going on. And as a result of that, you're going to be able to close out that old energy that you feel has been weighing you down. The energy I'm picking up with this feels so heavy, and your higher self wants you to know that that really heavy coat is about to come off, and you're gonna feel so much lighter. I mean, look at these girls here. They're dancing around, very lighthearted, very excited. And many of you with this Queen of Cups too are going to be really tapping into your intuition and using your intuition as that guidepost or your light in the dark to really find your way out of this. So listening to your intuition is going to be key. With this number 12 here, it says the Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. And then I like to pair this up here with the 13, Dream Thief, refusal of the call. Well, for many of you, it may have been with this place where you've been at. Many of you may have been at this place where you felt like, I don't really want to move forward, kind of that refusal of the call, because you're trying to protect something in your life currently that's going to reflect in the future. Maybe not wanting to leave a relationship because you're like, well, I don't want to hurt that person, or a job, I don't want to hurt my coworkers, I don't want to hurt my boss, or even yourself, like, oh, this is too comfortable, I don't know if I can do it, I don't know if I can make it. So it's almost like you're trying to protect yourself. But as a result, many of you are actually holding yourselves back. And this is going to resonate differently for each of you. Some of you, this has to do with a relationship. Some of you, I'm seeing this has to do with a creative project that you felt very blocked or stifled with that maybe you have had on the back burner. Others of you, this is just life in general. Like everywhere you turn, every direction you go, you just feel like, what's the point? Nothing works out anyway. Just kind of that Eight of Swords kind of negative mentality that we can all get stuck in. I am not immune either. So my heart goes out to you if you are in that. But I'm letting you know, you've got a 3 here, you've got a 3 here. You've got the 4 of the support of your guides, angels, crossover loved ones, other people in your life. You have some major support coming in, and it's been there all along. It's just now with that intuition you're tapping in, you're really diving into what it is you need to do, what tools you need to acquire, what research you need to do, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish here. You have so much support. You're not doing it alone. And using your intuition, checking in with your spirit team will really help you feel like things are finally moving forward. But a great way to get in this energy and to tap into that intuition is to start using your imagination. And you have the number 20 here, which is all about partnerships. So some of you, this could be, if you're single, you're imagining your perfect partner. You're visualizing this person. You're saying affirmations about this person. You're trying to manifest this person. Others of you who are coupled up, this is just letting you know you can imagine a better way, because not any, let's repeat that, not any relationship is perfect. There are certain little things about your partner or yourself that you wish you could change or fix or do differently, and this Imagine card is giving you a green light to imagine a better way of operating in a relationship. But others of you, this could be a better way of imagining in that project that you feel stifled or stuck on, or just your life in general. Imagine new possibilities in your life. Dive deep. What are your dreams? What were those goals that you once had that you buried or pushed away thinking, well, they'll never happen anyway, so who cares? You're re-examining things. You're checking back in. Your higher self wants you to check back in with parts of your past that felt really good and exciting before maybe someone told you, oh, that's not feasible, or oh, no one can do that, so why do you think you can do that? Or maybe even your own dang self was saying, hey, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? No. Your higher self is saying you are so much greater than you're giving yourself credit for, and you have such ability to make your life the dream that you have always had. You have that ability. And with this flexible card here, number 19 adds up to 10. Again, you're at the end of a cycle, ready to start a new one, but you have to be more flexible. You can't be so stuck and rigid in the old ways of thinking, the old ways of operating. Wasn't it Albert Einstein that said the definition of insanity or lunacy is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? You're gonna have to do different things to get different results, is what Spirit's showing me. You're going to be more flexible. For some of you, this could be literally, stretching, letting that energy, because when we are all up in our, tucked in on ourselves and our muscles are all strained because we're stressed out, sometimes we need to allow ourselves to stretch and move. And when we're rigid like that, and we try to jump in and do all these things without stretching first, we can hurt ourselves. So stretch first before you just jump in and do all these crazy things. So there are some baby steps involved in this because many of you have been refusing the call of your soul for a while. Those of you who are already on a spiritual path, I know you've been tapping into this higher self, this soul aspect of yourself, but many of you maybe have been thinking, well, how do I make this happen? I know what I need to do and want to do, but I don't know how to make it happen. Keep checking in with your inner self. Keep checking in with your spirit team because they will give you clues. They will give you synchronicities. They always are anyway, but if you ask them to give you a specific type of clue or one that you know to watch for, it'll become more apparent to you because the universe is always communicating with you. Your higher self is always communicating with you. Your spirit team is always communicating with you. All we need to do is listen and be very present in the moment to be able to observe what spirit is trying to tell us. And you guys can do it because you have that Queen of Cups. You're tapping in more with this diving deeper. I love this. There may be a prominent Pisces in your life, or you yourself may be a Pisces, or during the Pisces new or full moon, whenever you're watching this is a timeless reading. So whenever the Pisces new or full moon comes, or during Pisces season, I know when I'm filming this has already passed. We're now in Taurus season in Western astrology and Aries season in Vedic astrology. So Pisces season has just ended. But again, timeless reading, and maybe a year from now, you're going to look back on this energy if you're watching it at the time of my posting and realize, wow, I made it happen. I did the thing. I was flexible. I changed my ways. I changed my thinking, and I answered the call. I didn't hang up or put it to voicemail. I answered the call. So that is the message from your higher self. I hope it resonated for you. You will have to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live. Again, link for that is in the description below if you want to check it out. All right, bye! All right, group number 2, or those of you who chose these cute little mushrooms, this is going to be your message from your higher self. And as always, we're going to start with tarot and get additional guidance from the oracle cards. So what do we have? Oh, wow! This is an awesome message from your higher self. I'm so excited for you guys. Wow, this is beautiful energy. We've got Temperance, Major Arcana. We've got Six of Wands and the Sun, Major Arcana. There are some major transformations taking place in your life. When you got 2 out of 3 as a Major Arcana here, there is some really cool stuff popping off for you very soon. But let's get into kind of the recent past, what you've been going through, like currently, and going into your future. Let's see where we're at right now. This Temperance card is really speaking to me as kind of current energy, part of the past. Maybe things felt a little unbalanced, and Spirit, your higher self, is letting you know that all that unbalanced energy you were in, or you felt kind of really all in on one aspect of life and ignoring others, your higher self is letting you know you're about to come to a point where you can really balance things a lot better. Especially those of you who have trouble balancing things. Either you're like all gung-ho about one thing and then everything else in your life totally falls away, or if you try to balance, you know, two aspects really well, but the third one really suffers. This is letting you know, especially my Libra ascendants out there. I myself am a Libra ascendant, so my whole incarnation is about learning to balance. So especially my beautiful Libra risings out there, this is letting you know that you especially are going to feel this sigh of relief, because we have the Six of Wands. This is a victory. Many of you, your higher self wants you to know, all of you, not just Libra ascendants, but all of you, your higher self wants you to know there is victory at hand. This to me feels very soon, if not right now or just happened. This is very soon for you. You're going to see victory in some aspect. For some of you, this just feels like a way of perceiving the world is shifting to something much, much more positive, where you're balancing things out more. Now you can really see the sun, whereas before maybe it was just clouds and rain and snow and dark and cold. No, that's all leaving you behind. You are now stepping into that beautiful energy of the sun. And I'm really reminded here, it's like this ball, this sun here, is above him in this depiction, and now she's got it, like bouncing it like a basketball is what it appears to me, or holding it like an energy orb. So it's almost like you guys are having victory in claiming your own power, because in your birth chart, the sun represents, of course, your father, but it also represents your soul. So it's almost like your higher self is letting you know you have you know, hit a victory to where you've kind of proven yourself to receive more of your higher self to come online, and more of that ego or that kind of third dimensional matrixy part of yourself is going to step aside a little bit more, because your higher self is coming in hot. Your higher self is coming in hot. And as a result, many of you are really going to be tapping into your psychic abilities. But of course, also, the Six of Wands sometimes does represent that ego aspect, really wanting to step forward. But to me, it's almost like he's in this state of surrender, like, yes, I'm gonna surrender to this higher self because I've won the battle of everything I've needed to do. So I'm gonna step aside for the time being and let that higher self shine for a while. So it's almost like he's got the victory, that ego's gotten the victory. So they're gonna take a victory lap and just let the sun shine in your life for a while, and the sun meaning your higher self. So good things coming your way. This is a beautiful card. It's like the sun is really shining into the future for you guys, to where things are really looking up. Like, I see this analogy a lot on my channel, but Spirit showed me green light, green light, green light. Like, you're driving through dense, heavy traffic, but you keep hitting green light after green light after green light. So it's almost like, wow, I don't even have to stop. I can just keep going. Nothing's holding me back. Nothing's blocking me. It just feels really good, especially those of you who have felt like every direction you turn, it's like brick wall, red light, like this is changing, this is shifting for you. But as a result of you getting more balanced in the way you approach your life, your daily routines and everything like that, that's going to reward you by giving you more just success, just more, it just feels so good. I don't even know how to say it, but let's get some oracle cards and shine a little more light on the situation. Okay, as I am laying all these out with that sun card, pairing it up over here with, these things are so slidey, I apologize. Pairing it up with this here, a time for a nap card. To me, with that sun, when that sun is burning bright and hot and shiny, I just heard don't burn yourself out. So yes, you are on to bigger, better things, green light, green light, green light, but make sure you're also taking time to relax, rest, rejuvenate, unwind, unplug, get out in nature, ground yourself, tap in with that more spiritual side, because that's really going to help balance the energy. You don't want to be all go, 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 or rest, 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 rest. You want a healthy balance of go and rest, go and rest. That's what I see here. So the number 24 here adds up to a 6, which is all about that unconditional love. So your higher self is sending in the troops, so to speak, of your spirit team, your guides, angels, crossover loved ones, other people in your life. They're sending in the troops to really support you from this place of love. It's not like they're doing anything for you. They're just shining their light of love on you, so you feel like you can love yourself better, is really what this is showing me. But again, rest if you need to. Listen to your body, listen to your soul. That's what I hear. So I love that these two came out together. We've got 56, which adds up to 11. So there's that awakening, the wall, obstacles. And remember, I kept seeing brick wall, red light, red light. But that's changing because look, you're moving out of stagnation. Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation with the number 15, which is another 6. So many of you may be seeing the number 6, 66. May have a significant birthday in your family, someone turning 66, maybe you were born in 1966. They're really stressing the 66 number for some reason. So that might be something to know, that when you see the number 66, there is some really good manifestation and beautiful victories in store for you. But you guys really are moving out of this stagnation, this stuck energy. Things are moving quickly. Whereas before, the wall, with the obstacles, it was just like brick wall, red light, you're going now, you're going. But remember, if you do come against a wall again in the near future, this is just letting you know that maybe that's not time yet. Divine timing is at play here. So if you are hitting brick walls where it was like green light, go, and then you hit a brick wall, it's like, okay, maybe that's time for you to stop and kind of take an analysis of, okay, am I tired? Am I hungry? Did I take care of myself today? Did I get out in nature? And really kind of do that little to-do list of self-care in your head. See what you need to do, because you need to take care of yourself. When you do hit a wall, literally when you hit a wall, you're hurt. You need to take time out. But you know that expression, when you hit a wall, you get really tired. Again, make sure you're taking that time out for yourself. So then here we have the horned cactus with the number 29. It's all about resourcefulness. So you guys are going to be very resourceful in figuring out that balance in your life. Rest or play, rest or work, rest or hanging out with other people, rest or spending time by myself doing cool projects, whatever that means for you. But you guys really are checking in with yourself. And look, we've got another 11. So 11, 11, 2 and 9 equals 11. So you may also see a lot of 11, 11 on the clock, and just out in the world, or hear people talking about 11, 11 or seeing 11, 11. But you really are tapping into your own inner resourcefulness. That's what your higher self wants you to know. And it's as a result of you surrendering to the higher self, to allow more of the higher self to come online and really start making those beautiful changes in your life. Then here we have the number 35 with the loyal heart. So the 35, that adds up to an 8. Again, you're taking action. And as a result of this action you're taking, many of you are seeing financial abundance come in, or energetic abundance, maybe more time with those you love. But this loyal heart card to me is really, this is speaking and just like screaming. This is your own self-love mostly, but also your love with a partner or someone very close to you, someone you feel is a soulmate. And again, soulmates don't always have to be romantic. You can be a soulmate with a parent, a child, a friend, even an enemy, if you want to go that extreme. But this is someone who does your heart good, someone you know has your back, that ride or die person in your life. They're really taking a front row seat in your life. And they may be a fire sign or Leo, especially Leo with that sun and then the Wands energy here popping in. I'm really seeing someone that just wants to support you and love you. And they're not even like trying to help you out, like in, oh, here, let me do these errands for you, or let me do all these things. Oh, they could. They could. But to me, this just feels like they're holding space for you and just shining that light of love on you like we had seen earlier with this. And for many of you, this also does represent your spirit team. Like they want you to know how loved you are. Your higher self wants you to know how loved you are. You are love. You are love incarnated. That's what I just heard. So I hope this message resonated with you guys and brought you some clarity about your life coming up. Your higher self is pretty badass, so it's really cool that this higher self is wanting to come online more to really help you figure out what's going on and move out of that stagnation and really balance that area of life that you're really struggling with. So I hope this resonated. You will have to let me know below any thoughts or comments or just stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you guys. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also over on my live stream channel, The Done Creative Live, where I go live 3 days a week. Link for that channel is in the description below. All right, bye. All right, group number 3 are those of you who chose this cute little gnome with the shovel. It's like he's digging. Ooh, this could be symbolic. I don't know what these cards are or look like yet, but he's got a shovel and he's like ready to dig a hole, maybe to plant some new seeds or start building a foundation for a new project or home or something. Ooh, symbology. Okay, let's go ahead and find out what your higher self has to say. We're gonna start with the tarot. Oh, and I don't know what this one means because this is a new deck. We've got here the White Newman, a sacred animal tarot created by Alba BG, I think is the name there. But yes, such a beautiful deck, such a fun deck. And the Black Newman card here is actually one of 2 extra cards, White Newman and Black Newman, you get in this deck. So let's just say you have the Black Newman, the 9 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. But let's look up what this Black Newman means, because again, ooh, look at that, I opened right to it. I love when that happens. Beautiful. So this is going to be very important for you to know what this means. So we have here void, pending loss, corrosion. The 2 Newman face their own extinction. 2 branches upside down, just about to burn into the sacred fire. The world is about to spin upside down. And yet they still guard their altar, which drowns slowly into the depths. Once absorbed by the haze, their sacred nature shall depart. Simple beasts once more, still with the promise of a re-encounter of the divine. The Black Newman symbolize clinging on to causes that may seem lost, distraction and confusion, a challenge to faith with the knowledge that it shall return. And I really do feel this is past into present energy going on right now, where you guys just feel just discouraged and like maybe all is lost in some facet. This is a big grief card. So heartbreak, grief, the loss of a loved one, either through death or separation or fighting or whatever it is. But this is heavy emotional energy that you guys are releasing. So really, that death energy is that rebirth. It's the start of something new after these cycles close. And this really does remind me of Lemuria. Many of you may have been Lemurian dwellers on the continent of Lemuria and went down when Lemuria went down. And you held your altar till the very end. I'm also seeing maybe some of you could have been Lyran starseeds, where you saw your planet of Lyra be destroyed and you had to leave, or maybe you went down with the ship, who knows. But this really shows that you guys have been struggling deeply, emotionally, maybe physically, maybe the grief of past. This is a current thing right now with, I'm filming this on April 21st. So the current energy, I mean, the Schumann resonance has been blasting, popping off like crazy. The sun released a solar tornado. We've really been going through the ringer energetically, but this is all to purify us and release us from that denser third dimensional energy. So the fact that you guys chose this pile, you may have had some major ascension symptoms going on, and especially that big purge of grief, because that is a major theme for many lightworkers, starseeds, earth angels, old souls, whatever you want to call yourself or not call yourself. Many of us who are leveling up physically to really raise our consciousness and, you know, have our body come up with our consciousness are going through emotional purges of past traumas, wounds, resentments, loss of people, grief from the past, all coming up to be dealt with. So you may be dealing with that and going through that currently, and my heart goes out to you because I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. So many migraines, so much emotional purging going on. Let's take a deep breath because we're gonna get through this. That's that 9 of Wands energy. This is you right now going into the near future. This is that, I call this the athlete card. Don't give up. You're so close to being finished with some of this heavy stuff that if you were to give up now, I'm not saying that you'd have to start all over, but like you're so close to finishing this purge. It's like, you know, the crowning part of labor. You're almost there. If you can just give it 2 more good pushes and just keep going, that baby will be out soon. That rebirth that you're waiting for will be there soon. This, wow. And with this 6 of Cups, this is just past stuff coming up. Many of you, this goes as far back as your childhood, but this could be just, you know, 10, 20, 30 years ago, depending how old you are. This could be just an earlier version of yourself that you are releasing, you are allowing to die out so that you can step into this more higher self or future version of yourself. But everything happens in the now moment. So you can tap into that future timeline and heal the past all in the now moment. That is what your higher self is letting you know. This is very, very powerful, very transformational energy. I'm getting all hyped up and excited because yes, it's hard. Yes, it sucks. And I just want to scream and cry and swear and fight and just kick and bite and I feel you guys. I feel you. So if you haven't been feeling this in the last couple of months or currently, this may not be your pile. But those of you who have been feeling this, I just want to hug you and high five you and jump up and down because this is about to shift. This is all about to be a thing of the past. Big deep breaths, you guys. Wow, you're coming out of this-ish very soon. Let's get some guidance from the Oracle cards now. Wow, wow, wow. I swear, you guys, I don't look at these before I lay them out or when I'm dealing them out. I just deal them face down and we go with it. So I'm just as shocked as you guys. This is so powerful, so transformational. I'm so happy for you guys. I can't right now. This has to be my pile too. I think so. I think so. Let's just get into it. So we've got here, first of all, the 21, the breath, first breath, beginner's mind. I think 21 is very significant because I actually mentioned I was filming this on April 21st. So you have the energy of April 21st as I'm filming this. So 21 is a very significant number for you guys. Maybe some of you guys are 21 Pilots fans. I don't know. I know I am. But the 21st, maybe you're born on the 21st, or the number 21 is one of your lucky numbers, or maybe you're going to see the number 21 on the clock a lot, or on license plates, or just out in the world synchronistically. But this is the first breath, the beginner's mind. As a result of you overcoming and purging and moving through and being birthed to a new version of yourself, you're back at the starting point. But this is not you losing all the knowledge you've gained. This is a starting point, like a fresh slate. But you're coming in hot with all of that knowledge and wisdom you've acquired through this life. So yes, maybe you're starting over in some aspect or capacity, but you're coming in with your prior knowledge and the lessons you learned from prior mistakes or just lessons that you've learned. This is so powerful, you guys. I just can't. I don't even know how to even put this into words because this feels so deep, so spiritual, so transformational. And your higher self is just like dancing, like, I just want to get up and dance too. This is so good, you guys. I apologize. I'm getting so excited because this is so huge for you. Your higher self wants you to know so many big, beautiful things are still in store for you because you have this unfinished symphony card. What you left unfinished before, you now come in with a fresh perspective to where you can actually, and this symphony they're speaking of, this unfinished symphony here, is the symphony you're creating of your life. This is your magnum opus of your life you are creating. And there's another 10. So you are at the end of one cycle, ready to start afresh in this new, with this beginner's mind. But again, you are bringing the wisdom and knowledge from the past, but you're very open-minded with where you're going because that beginner's mind is like that full energy. They're very open-minded. They're ready to learn. They don't think they know it all. Even though you're coming in with that prior knowledge, you're using this knowledge more as a compass rather than, well, no, that can't be right because so and so and so and so. You're coming in with that beautiful beginner's mind to be able to really create the life you want. So it's like, I just heard the rest of your life will be the best of your life. Wow, that is very powerful energy. Then we have big changes with the 23 here. 2 + 3 is 5. Big changes. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Yes, that wheel energy is about to turn into your favor. Where you were on the bottom of the wheel going through all this ish and just heartache and pain and just struggle and stress and stagnancy. It's turning so good for you guys that it's almost going to feel unreal for some of you. It's going to be like, wow, I didn't know life could be this good. And this is coming up into the next few months and years. Like this energy, it sends like little ripples into the near future, but then it sends big waves and ripples into your future, like distant future. So this is something you're really going to be working on. And to me, this feels like yourself. You're working on yourself. You're releasing limiting beliefs. You're releasing toxic behavior, toxic habits. You're reprogramming and reimagining who you are as a person. And that is not an easy task. That is not easy at all. Not at all. So then we have here the number 51, stars in the sky, limitless potential. And that's what you're trying to tap into is, before where you were operating in this tiny little box, your higher self is coming in with a sledgehammer to tear down the walls of this box that you put yourself in. And letting you know, hey, see those stars in the sky? That's not even the limit for you. Let's go. Let's start writing this symphony again. Let's work together to create something better. You don't have to do it alone. I'm with you. I am you. And you just forgot. Some of you forgot. Those of you on this long spiritual journey, you didn't forget. Maybe a long time ago you forgot and you remembered. But along the way, we do go through these dark nights of the soul where we tend to really get stuck in our own ish or the 3D or thinking, limited thinking, where we think there's no end in sight, there's no way out. But when we come out of that, we realize, wow, I'm my only limitation. But of course, we're programmed, we're brainwashed, our subconscious mind is running all these programs in the background that we have no idea we're actually running. So to take, what Spirit's showing me is to take inspired action, to take with your intention set, to become a better version of yourself. And a great place to start if you're like, well, I don't even know where to start. This is where I've started semi-recently. This is the second time I'm rereading the book, The 4 Agreements. I read it recently and I've been going, it's written by Don Miguel Ruiz, but I've been going on a Don Miguel Ruiz and Don Jose Ruiz and Don Miguel Jr. Ruiz book like binge lately. That's him, Don Miguel Ruiz, and his 2 sons. They've written a lot of books, and I've just been loving every second of it because it really helps you break out of the matrix that has been created for you. The you think you are is not who you actually are. Those mean thoughts in your head, that is not you. You are the observer of those thoughts. And what a better segue into the observer card here, the number 49, which adds up to a 13, which adds up to a 4, all about that support and stability. You're building something new and stable, something that's really gonna support you for the years to come. With this observer here, this is reminding you, your higher self, you, the real you, not this body, not this mind, not who you think you are. You're not someone's sister or brother or friend or child. The actual soul part of you, that is the real true you. That's the you that will never die. The fact you're someone's sister in this life, you could be their father in another life. You could not even know them in another life. This is a temporary existence. This is a temporary role you're playing. Like, it's you, the actor. Say you're Brad Pitt. You're playing the role of Louis in Interview with a Vampire. So yes, Louis is an aspect of Brad Pitt, but that is not Brad Pitt. It is not the end-all be-all of Brad Pitt. So right now, you're playing Louis in Interview with a Vampire, but really your higher self is saying, but actually you're Brad Pitt. Or, you know, take any actor, actress, put yourself in those shoes, and you'll be able to see it that way. That's what Spirit's trying to show you. The you that you think you are is not really you. You're playing a role. You're basically playing a game, is really what your higher self is letting you know. And when you understand, yes, life can be serious, and life has serious times. But when you can remind yourself this is all a game, this is all orchestrated by my higher self, and for my soul's evolution and growth, then you can really not be so serious, even about the serious things in life. You can be more playful, more fun, not beat yourself up so much. Cut yourself some slack, cut other people's slack. That's really what Spirit wants you to know. Your own higher self wants you to know. I keep saying Spirit instead of higher self for you guys because I think your higher self is a very, very heavily evolved, highly advanced aspect of Source. So your higher self is very close to Source. Very close, very close. I mean, you guys are, wow. Thank you for incarnating because we need you here. We need your light. Remember, don't get lost in the game of this life. Don't get lost. That's what your higher self wants you to know. And many of us, all of us, were lost at one point, but that doesn't mean we can't be found. Once we can start observing, be the observer of your thoughts. Those nasty, mean thoughts are like, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, whatever, whatever. Oh, that other person hates you. Whatever it is. That's not you. That's not you saying those things. That's that ego. You are the observer of the thoughts. It's like a cloud. Spirit showing me clouds passing by. You don't have to attach to those thoughts and be like, no, that's not true, and try to fight the thoughts back. You don't have to do that. Just observe them. Let them float on by like clouds. Because you know the truth of who you are on a soul level. Your higher self wants you to know. So many of you guys are having more of your spiritual gifts come online because you're ready. You're ready to rewrite or start from scratch, some of you, this symphony that you shoved in a drawer or, you know, quit playing for a while. You're ready to pick it back up and add some beautiful new melodies to it and harmonies and new instruments to it. Like, you guys are ready to rock in a whole new direction, but this is you basically redesigning yourself from the inside out. And this is not easy. It's not just a simple snap of the finger, this is done, yay, on to the next. No, this is a life's work. And your higher self wants you to know you don't have to rush to get all of this done because this is your life's work. A life's work. It happens over the course of a life, not all at once, or not just in the first 10 years. It takes time. It takes time for things to line up and that divine timing to be at play. It takes time for you to release all that old programming, to tap into who you are on a soul level and realize you are limitless. You are a limitless being having a human experience. You are not just this mere measly little human, a speck of dust in the universe. No, you are much greater than that, but we just forgot. Many of us just forgot that, but you're remembering. Now you're remembering. Wow, that was powerful. That was very, a lot longer, I think, than the other two readings, if I'm not mistaken. But I think you guys needed this. I think you really needed to realize how powerful you are. You're not life's victim. You're nobody's victim. You're not even your own victim. So you're stepping out of that role of victim or judging yourself, judging others. Again, this is all really broken down in that book, The Four Agreements. And if you haven't checked it out, I'll write it up here. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. and he's got so many books that kind of go with that. I would suggest at least reading The Four Agreements and The Four Agreements companion book. Those two for sure. But then any other books you can find, and try to find it in your library so you don't have to spend any money, or see if a friend has it, or maybe you can find it secondhand somewhere. You don't always have to go out and spend money. And also, I think, if I remember correctly, it is actually available as an audiobook here on YouTube. If you just search The Four Agreements full audiobook, I think it's there. So maybe save yourself some energy and effort and money and just go look it up over there. But I hope that this resonated for you. You will have to let me know below what you thought. Any stories you want to share. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. And I always try to read all your comments. I just passed the 10K subscriber mark, so the comments are coming in even hotter and stronger than ever, but I'm still trying to keep up and at least give a heart to everybody's comment. If not, try to respond back as much as I can and as often as I can. Your best bet is right when I post this to get me there, because I'll be there. But I love you guys. I'm rambling at this point. I love you. Thanks for incarnating. You guys are awesome, and I can't wait. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also over on my new live stream channel where I go live doing readings 3 days a week over there. Link for that channel is in the description box below. Alright, bye!